It is quite a remarkable thought that on a planet we have explored for centuries, new forms of life are still waiting to be found. Just when we believe we have catalogued the wonders of the natural world, it reveals another one of its secrets. Recently, a team of dedicated scientists has unveiled a treasure trove of new wildflower species, hidden in plain sight across vast continents. This discovery is not of a single plant, but a whole family of them, including the wonderfully named kangaroo paws and their relatives. It is a powerful reminder that our planet's story is still being written, and there are countless chapters yet to be discovered, sometimes in the most unexpected of places. The world is a tapestry of extraordinary biodiversity, and each new discovery adds a vibrant new thread to our understanding of it. These newly identified flowers belong to a group known as the bloodwort family, plants that have been quietly thriving for millions of years. For half a century, researchers have been on a global quest, a botanical expedition spanning generations, to piece together the complex puzzle of this plant family. Their journey shows us that scientific discovery is rarely a sudden flash of insight. More often, it is a slow, patient process of observation and dedication, driven by an unending curiosity about the world around us. This incredible finding was not confined to a single jungle or a remote island. The scientists' work took them across the globe, from the sun-scorched landscapes of Australia to the diverse terrains of Africa, Asia and South America. They ventured into wild, untamed places, collecting samples of these beautiful and often elusive plants. Each specimen collected was a clue, a piece of a much larger biological mystery. This global effort highlights the interconnectedness of life on Earth, showing how a single family of plants can adapt and diversify, spreading across the world to create a rich and varied collection of species, each one perfectly suited to its own unique home. The excitement of such a discovery resonates far beyond the scientific community. It speaks to the adventurer in all of us, the part that dreams of finding something new and unknown. To think that there are flowers with unique shapes and colors that no one has ever formally named or studied is truly astonishing. It reinforces the idea that nature is an endless source of wonder. Every time we step outside, we are walking through a living museum filled with marvels that have evolved over millennia. This recent revelation about the bloodwort family encourages us to look a little closer at the world, for it is clear that there is still so much more to see. Finding these new species was a monumental task, a scientific marathon that spanned 50 years. It began with botanists who had a simple yet profound question. How many different kinds of bloodwort plants are there, and how are they all related? To answer this, they had to become detectives of the natural world. Their investigation involved traveling to 4 different continents, carefully collecting flowers from each location. Each plant was meticulously documented, its location recorded, and its unique features noted. This was not a simple afternoon of gardening. It was a painstaking process of gathering evidence from the wild, piece by piece, over many decades. Once the specimens were collected, the real detective work began back in the laboratory. The scientists first studied the physical form of the plants, a practice known as morphology. They looked closely at the shapes of the flowers, the structure of the leaves, and the length of the stems. By comparing these subtle details, they could start to group similar plants together. It is like trying to solve a puzzle with thousands of pieces, where each piece is a flower, and some look almost identical. This careful comparison of physical traits was the first crucial step in distinguishing one species from another and identifying those that were completely new to science. However, looks can sometimes be deceiving in the plant kingdom. To be absolutely certain, the researchers turned to a more powerful tool: genetics. They carefully extracted DNA from the plant samples. DNA is the blueprint of life, a unique code that holds the instructions for how every living thing is built. By comparing the DNA sequences of different plants, the scientists could see precisely how closely they were related. This genetic analysis confirmed what their physical observations suggested. Several of the plants they had found were indeed distinct new species, with their own unique genetic identities that set them apart from all others. This combination of old and new scientific methods was the key to their success. The traditional hands-on work of collecting and observing in the field was essential, but it was the modern technology of DNA analysis that provided the undeniable proof. This 50-year journey, from the dusty outback of Australia to the high-tech laboratory, demonstrates the patience and persistence required for great scientific breakthroughs. It shows how generations of researchers, each building on the work of those who came before, can collectively unravel some of nature's most enduring mysteries and reveal the true diversity of life on our planet. Among the newly discovered plants, the kangaroo paws of Australia are particularly special. These flowers are not just a biological curiosity, they hold deep cultural significance for the Aboriginal peoples of Australia. For thousands of years, these communities have lived in harmony with the land, and their knowledge of its plants is profound. Kangaroo paws and their relatives have long been a part of their traditions, used in many different ways. This connection between people and plants is a powerful reminder that nature is not just something to be studied, but something that is woven into the very fabric of human culture and history. The practical uses of these plants are as fascinating as their appearance. Aboriginal peoples have traditionally used the roots of some bloodwort species as a source of food. In a land where resources can be scarce, knowing which plants are edible is vital knowledge passed down through generations. Furthermore, the vibrant colors of the flowers and roots have been used to create natural dyes. The rich reds, oranges, and yellows that make these flowers so striking can be extracted and used to color fabrics and artworks. This traditional use showcases an incredible understanding of the local environment and its hidden properties. The most thrilling part of this recent study was the discovery of 2 brand new kangaroo paw species in Western Australia. This region is famous for its incredible variety of wildflowers and is considered a global biodiversity hotspot. Scientists believed that this area had been so thoroughly explored that there were few, if any, large and colourful species left to find. And yet, there they were. 2 spectacular red and green kangaroo paws, previously unknown to science. This surprising find proves that even in the most well-studied corners of the world, nature still has the capacity to astonish us with its hidden gems. This discovery challenges our assumptions about what we know and what remains to be known. It is a lesson in humility, showing that we should never be too confident that we have seen all there is to see. The existence of these undiscovered flowers in such a well-known area is a testament to the resilience and sheer diversity of life. It ignites a sense of excitement and possibility, suggesting that other new species might be lurking just beyond our current knowledge, waiting for a curious eye and a patient hand to bring them into the light for all of humanity to appreciate and protect. Every new species we discover is like finding a new star in the sky. It adds to our map of the universe and helps us understand the bigger picture. This incredible research into the bloodwort family does exactly that for our understanding of the living world. It helps us see how life on Earth changes and adapts over immense periods of time, a process we call evolution. By studying the relationships between these plants across different continents, scientists can trace their evolutionary journey, seeing how one ancestral group branched out into a wonderful diversity of forms, each one shaped by its unique environment. These findings are not just about adding new names to a list, they have profound implications for conservation. To protect our planet's biodiversity, we must first know what is out there. When we identify a new species, we can then study its habitat, understand its needs, and assess any threats it might face. The new kangaroo paws, for instance, might exist only in a very small area, making them vulnerable to changes in the environment. Discovering them is the first and most critical step towards ensuring their survival for future generations, so they do not vanish before we have even had a chance to know them. The story of these wildflowers is a powerful illustration that the age of discovery is far from over. It is a call to action for all of us to cherish and protect the natural world. These discoveries fuel further scientific inquiry, inspiring the next generation of botanists and explorers to continue the search. They remind us that our planet is a dynamic and ever-changing place, with a complexity that we are only just beginning to grasp. There is a whole world of life forms, from microscopic organisms to grand, colourful flowers, whose stories are still waiting to be told. Ultimately, the discovery of new life is a source of hope and wonder. It enriches our world and deepens our connection to it. It shows us that nature is a book with an infinite number of pages, and we have only read the first few chapters. As we continue to explore, to question and to look closely, we will undoubtedly find more surprises. Each new flower, each new creature adds to the magnificent story of life on Earth, a story of resilience, beauty, and endless variation. And that surely is something worth celebrating and protecting with all our might.